Sluts, guess who just got out of prison?
Same.
And welcome out to another episode of Persona 5. By the way, I made this title. I think I did a very charming job with our title today.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
Because my title yesterday, which was like the day we got back from the con.
Something like I'm back, bitches, or something.
No, it was just back from AWA.
Oh, okay.
And today's episode title is Back from AWA, now with 100% more now with 100% more CPQ.
100% of 0 is still 0.
100% more CPQ.
So, we've been bitching about our jobs. So, football's huge here.
The big old toss ball game.
That big old toss ball, that sport ball stuff. And, we're playing LSU on Saturday. Louisiana State University. And that is one of our biggest rivals.
I would argue that at this point, so it's weird. There are always like, for some reason, there are in-stated that almost feel like things that like just exist. In-state and out-of-state rivals. Like every school has them. Has an in-state and an out-of-state rival. That exists just because of tradition. And Alabama, the in-state rival is Auburn. Out-of-state rival is Tennessee.
LSU and Tennessee.
Tennessee was the classic.
Yeah.
It's always been the rule. But in recent years, like the rivals based purely on like actual skill has been against LSU.
Oh yeah.
By the way, the Alabama LSU game, like I'm not much of a sports ball guy. The Alabama LSU game is always decided to be hold because it's two really, really defensive teams. So like no points are scored. It's like back to back. Hey, Paranoia. If anybody who doesn't like really care about or know anything about football is watching, it's a boring as sin game to watch. But like if you know anything about football, like every single, like it's a war of attrition is what it is. It's like every single yard you give up is a chance for that team to get a touchdown or get in field goal range, really.
Yeah.
Unless you're Alabama, in which case you're going for those touchdowns because we can't fucking shoot. We can't fucking kick field goals.
I don't think we can try anymore.
We've never been able to kick field goals. It's never been in our blood. I don't remember what we were doing last. Your chicken nuggets are good.
Chicken nugget.
But yeah. We were complaining about work because the LSU game is this Saturday. Swimming. Is this Saturday. And I really don't I think, no, you know what? The last thing we did was we finished talking to this guy down here and we need to find the IT president. You know what? Fuck it, what am I even doing? I'll just go to the fucking save room and console with my people. And or just leave and come back in a minute because we could just do this episode socially because I'm like out of mana.
Let's take a quick break.
Yeah, we still got 14 days left. We'll do some social stuff for a bit. Remember you guys were turning into mice and trying to turn all the statues off? Yeah, that was like the game mechanic. That was like the dungeon mechanic, but I can't remember. We had just finished a fight after getting our 3rd of 5 total things, but I couldn't remember which area we needed to go to next. We had to find the IT president. I don't know yet. Bested the TV station president and obtained the 3rd letter.
Yes.
Was the last thing we did. We'll go back into the palace in a little bit, and I'll be able to like consort with my people and find out where exactly I was supposed to go next.
You're back.
But let's see here. I can call Kawakami for a massage, and so we can do social stuff immediately. That is still like the greatest thing
So
to get. What? What do you know?
Like right here and here.
With Dijon and stuff? It's on the floor in the living room. It never made its way into the kitchen.
Master.
Another thing that just sort of showed up at my house one day and I didn't question it.
No, I showed you that I got those because I also got you a ketchup.
I don't remember that. I promise you did. I don't remember that.
I know I did.
All of last week is just a fever dream to me.
Yes.
Between having to go to a funeral and consistently preparing for a convention that, until I was there, I was not looking forward to.
I mean, what a fucking mood. I got coarse ground Dijon mustard.
See you later.
See you later.
Is the IT president outside the dungeon? No. We're no. He's inside the dungeon. It's just I decided that we were in the dungeon at the end of last episode, and my my mana was low enough that I kind of just, or my SP was low enough that I kind of figured we could just go do social bullshit for a little bit.
I'm not my spoon. Alright, I'm gonna go get my spoon.
All right.
And I'm getting up in another few minutes.
Why are you getting up in another few minutes?
You did.
Oh, are you cooking some stuffed peppers as well? What should we be doing right now? It's Sunday evening. Is there anything particular that we can do on Sundays, or should we just be going and trying to get?
I don't think you can do
What
anything
skill?
on Sunday.
What skill are we working on right now? It's not a skill, it's a stat. Right.
What happens if you just don't send the calling card? Does it make you quit?
Huh?
You lose? What happens if you don't send a calling card?
If I don't send a calling card,
Mm-hmm.
I would assume I would lose.
Yeah.
Zesty. Oh, and then I can go to social stacks. There we go. I am just working on my guts. So to increase my guts at this point, I can go to the maid cafe and yell at the maid.
You're not yelling at her, you're just berating her.
Or can't I continue to do the Big Bang Burger challenge right now and get guts that way?
And charm.
Still don't understand that one. Still don't understand how that gives me charm. Then again, there was that one guy that made an entire TV show about it. You remember that guy?
Nope.
There was a guy that just made a TV show about going around and doing take the challenge. No more ranks, but I will still do it for the guts. But it's one of those things that I can't remember what he called the show, but it was just a show where the guy went around and he ate a lot of really big
Thank
food.
you very much.
And that was the show. It was like there was competition after competition after competition of like things that you could get at these places.
Yeah.
But simultaneously, it was just whatever. And I always love how like freaked out everybody is about that. Speaking of Big Bang Challenge, have you seen that picture that somebody did a custom order at Whataburger?
Yeah.
And it was just like add meat, add meat, add meat, add meat, add meat, add meat, add meat. And it was like this thick, and it was just meat and cheese. And people were cheering them on the entire way.
Love that video.
And there are no more rewards. However, to commemorate your further challenge success, we will grant you with some free burgers.
What?
Oh shit, 10 free Big Bang
Oh,
burgers.
hell yeah.
Man, could you imagine if you just went to a place that you knew for a fact you could finish a Big Bang challenge and they would just give you 10 more burgers for free?
Right?
I did it for the guts. Triple up. Yeah, that is the easiest way to get guts, isn't it?
Wanna
Yeah.
head back?
Going to up.
That's the last of what we could do tonight, I believe. I think we have to, yeah, that's the transition back to morning. Ichikun is so impressive. I can't believe he's still in high school. Did you watch the TV special about the heroes who took down the Phantom Thieves? I saw it too. It did make me like Akechikun more, but honestly, now I'm really a big fan of Shido-san. If he was my boss, I'd follow him no matter where he went. God, can't these people see past their own fat noses? They're crazier about Shido than ever before. When I think about how he used us, damn it pisses me right the hell off. Damn that Akechi. Well, it'll be fine. The better his reputation gets, the more I look forward to tearing it all down. We'll make him own up to all of this bullshit. Then we'll see who the real heroes are. I may want one. on. I am not the biggest fan of like their stuff with what? Cream cheese?
Cheese.
I'm not the biggest fan of cream cheese in things that should be savory.
That's fair.
Like if it was just regular cheese, like if they did mozzarella cheese in a jalapeno, then like fried, like that's good because that's basically just a jalapeno cheese stick.
Yeah.
At that point.
We could do that.
What are we doing today? Any plans to meet up? We should go hang out with Haru.
Always. So anyway, LSU game, right?
Yeah, LSU game.
So
Good day.
I work at a grocery store, and if there is any big fucking tailgating event, everyone goes to the grocery store on the day of the event. No one gets ready the week before. They all go the day of, and it's so fucking busy all day long. So, like we said earlier, LSU is one of our biggest rivals. And it's like a 2-hour drive from there to here.
Yep.
So people from LSU will show up. They won't even go to the game. They'll just show up in Tuscaloosa.
Yep.
And so then they'll come to our fucking grocery store.
They'll descend upon the city to try and be an angry mob when no matter what the events.
No matter who wins, no matter who loses.
No matter who wins, no matter who loses, everyone's gonna fight.
Oh,
because it's gotten to that level. It's not just an fun rivalry.
This isn't professional football. This is college football.
I would argue that
these are like 20-year-olds.
Yeah, I would argue that college football has worse fans than NFL. Like most people care more about college football than they ever will about the NFL because
because that's their alma mater.
Yeah, because like I have no fucking reason to care about. I don't even know. Is the Atlanta Falcons the closest NFL team to us?
I have no idea.
Like I have no reason to care about them.
Like that's exactly the point.
I literally have
no idea.
I literally have no reason to care about whoever my quote unquote local NFL team is because I have no affiliation with them whatsoever, other than maybe living kind of close to them.
Yeah.
So at that point, like, what do? Do you just choose a team and then you're a fan of them now?
I guess.
Or is it something that is passed down from family members?
Yeah.
Because in that case, like, none of my family's cared about the NFL ever, so why would I care about the NFL?
Fair, but they also care about Alabama football. And
They care about Alabama football because all of us graduated from Alabama.
Alma mater.
Yeah. With this gentle care, even a tiny seed can awaken, spread its roots, and grow up towards the sun.
What a good girl.
Praise the sun. It's almost like a mother. Perhaps that's the aspect is why I'm trying to find. It would perhaps that aspect is why I find this place so comforting.
Oh yeah, her mom died too.
To be
Here she
honest,
is.
You know, I only started taking care of these planters because of one of my teachers asked me to. I was hesitant at first, but I liked it so much that I kept them long past the original request. I started mixing my own fertilizer, adjusting soil ratios. Now I raise these plants in complete secret. But, Zesty-kun, I'm worried about the school might do if they found out about this. Phantom Thief wouldn't worry. No, she is a Phantom Thief and she's worrying. It'll be okay, I promise.
Good.
I know what to say. In that case, we can be partners in crime. Honestly, Zesty-kun, I really enjoy the time we spend together. It's so different from how I feel when I'm around him.
I thought we got rid of him. Like
Oh,
what?
sorry, I meant my fiance. That reminds me, though, I wanted to ask your advice about him. Kill him. The whole arrangement began when my father first introduced us around the beginning of this year. I was told we were just meeting his friend for dinner. Then he said that friend was to be my fiance. It was surprising, but I suppose I had always known I would someday be married off for political gain. So I accepted, and that was the start of our relationship. Oh, but no relationship stuff happened, just to be clear. Anyway, I was never exactly fond of him to begin with, but now he's grown far worse. Recently, he's been suggesting we go to an early honeymoon together to celebrate our coming marriage. I can't even still stand to look at him, though, let alone spend any actual prolonged time together. So, What can I say to decline his offer? I don't want to go with you. I'm afraid of flying. We should break up. I'm afraid of flying.
I feel like that's something he's gonna have to do.
Knowing him, he'd likely just suggest we take a boat instead. I don't know what he'd believe if I told him I'd get seasick as well. As you know, my father passed away before he could fulfill his promise to rescind the marriage proposal. So, any conversation about putting a halt to the marriage will have to come from me. To tell the truth, I've already mentioned it to my fiancé.
Yeah?
But he refuses to listen to a single word I have to say. Apparently, he's even been telling the employees of Okumura Foods about the contract he made with my father. How the company would have to pay extreme reparations if it got called off for any reason. I just don't know how to handle this. I can postpone while I'm still in high school, but after that, college. Thinking about it now.
Yeah, you can afford it.
It seems my father's death has turned out to be quite favorable for my fiancé. After all, he's now engaged to the majority shareholder of a massive company. I suppose in the end all he really cares about is his own personal gain. That's not what a relationship is supposed to be built on. It should be built on something more. Something like a love so intense that just seeing the other person makes your chest tighten up. Along with your pants.
This reminds me of, I'm not going to quote it correctly, but it reminds me of like a quote from The Princess Diaries 2, which I feel like we need to watch The Princess Diaries together. They're really cute movies. Anyway, so Anne Hathaway plays the main character, and Julie Andrews is the queen, the grandmother. And at some point they're talking about how she's supposed to get married to some prince, and there's this really handsome prince, and he really likes her, and she's supposed to get engaged to him. And she's talking to her grandmother, and the grandmother says, well, you know, after I also was... Oh, I'm sorry, am I too quiet? Am I too loud?
I'm just boosting you up a little bit.
Okay. Well, Julie Andrews' character says that, well, I was also married to your grandfather for, like, political reasons and such. And I did grow quite fond of him. And Anne Hathaway's character says, I don't want fondness, I want love. Mm-hmm. And this is what this reminds me of. Not exactly, but you know what I mean.
Too many times to count. Really? Yeah, though I guess it makes sense from someone as handsome as you, Zesty. Bow, bow, chicka, go out, get to bow, down, bow, bow, chicka, go out. We're already dating our teacher.
But it's past White Day.
Yeah, it is past the time where we can get caught, I think. But there's no spark like that with my fiancé. Spending time with him is almost like some kind of training.
Yes.
Still, any hardship I go through now will surely help the Phantom Thieves. Eventually, I'll get through this. I can sense an earnest resolve from Haru. Now, if only she could read.
He shot Haru!
Chance to perform a follow-up attack if Joker's attack does not down the enemy.
All right.
See, like, we need to work with these people more, like, make sure that these people have at least something, because, like, they're beneficial to have.
Anyway, so, we'll finish this, I'm sorry.
It's getting late. I should probably get back to my gardening. Well, I'll be staying here a little while longer.
If I was gonna bitch about work, we probably should have stayed in the palace.
You still bitch about work.
So anyway,
I'll just do, like, stat-up things.
Back to the LSU game. So,
You're back.
a lot of people have been requesting this day off for a while. Like, even before the dates of the games had come out. One of my favorite coworkers especially, because I don't remember what it was, something she wanted to go see family or something, hang out with her daughter, something. But, hoo boy, our schedule maker rejected literally every single person who requested off, including me, because I requested off to babysit a friend's kids, because other than them and either of their parents, I am their #1 child care person. I am who they go to. Mm-hmm. So other than the kids' grandparents, it's the 6 of them and me. So, everyone got rejected, and I messaged him this morning. I was like, hey, so, I am available until 1 p.m. That's it. And I'm really pissed off because, like, it's inconvenient for everybody.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, it's inconvenient for me. It's inconvenient for all of them. But, like, my coworker requested off months in advance, and every single person got rejected. And the worst part of it
Thank you very much.
is that here's the thing. If every single person who requested off got their request rejected, all of those people are going to just call out.
Yeah.
They're just gonna call out.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I would hazard, like, the most I guess optimistic number would be something like 3 in 5 people are going to call out.
Like, Jen is not gonna call out. You met her.
You're
You
not
can.
gonna call
Yeah,
out.
I'm not gonna call out. Like, I can't. I can't call out.
Let's say there are people that literally can't call out, and there are people that are like
Going to anyway
Going
because
to
they're
anyway.
like, well, I make $7 an hour. I make $7.25 an hour. It's not worth it to try to deal with all that bullshit, especially if I request it off far in advance.
That's like, I don't understand people who request off. Like, here's the thing for me. If you're gonna go down the road of calling out on a day that like this at the other thing, don't request off first
Yeah.
if you know that it's probably going to get declined. Because if it's gonna get declined,
we didn't know it was gonna get declined.
that's fair.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, to have literally everybody get, like, it should have been something that might as well, like, knowing how your store works. It should have been something that was discussed.
It doesn't, by the
It
way.
doesn't
It
work.
doesn't.
But knowing,
We do, but the store doesn't.
yeah, knowing how the store operates, though, knowing that this day was going to be a big one, the proper thing for the head staff to have done is long in advance, when the football schedule came out, is just announce it at like a morning or an evening huddle.
We don't have huddles.
That's another problem you guys have, is like
A lot of
communication
a lot of our cashiers at least are high school kids.
Still, I mean, like, we've got a lot of people that are like in, high school to
Yeah, when they have news, they either post it next to, which they should have. They just have a poster. They pin or tape something to the wall
but
next
there's
to
a
the
there's a,
clock-in
there's a way
machine.
there's a way to
to
communicate.
tell us,
There's
yeah.
a way to communicate. So they should have used the way to communicate with your staff, with your team, be it via a huddle or in
Post,
this case,
yeah. If they have a poster, they'll still say,
Please
"Hey,
come
by the
again."
way, I know you just clocked in. I have something to tell you."
But there should have been a thing there that would have said, no.
We need all hands on deck.
Basically saying like, hey, here's the schedule going forward. These are the dates that we expect will be blacked out for
Call outs
for blacked
requests
out
off.
for requests off. Plan accordingly.
Yeah.
And then if somebody tries to request off, then you go, sorry, that's a blackout date.
Yeah.
And it's not just you being a dick and going like, ha, all of you requested off, but I turned it down anyway. You can just say, hey, this has been posted for, months now since the whole football thing started. You should have known this was going to end up being a blackout date. I'm sorry. This is the situation.
And like,
There's
here's,
no, like,
here's
we
the thing.
need you guys here.
Here's the thing. If she was willing to work it out with us, like, here's the thing. I would be willing to open. I would be willing to be the opening cashier until 1 p.m. Because the game has not started yet. I can still go pick the kids up from their grandparents.
Yeah.
But like,
But
2 to 8?
for people to just make a schedule and then not bend at all on it is
Yeah.
the worst.
It really is.
Hi.
Thank you for the master coffee, Kawakami.
Would you like this 9 up?
No, I do not.
So do I. I'm full now. That's it. That's all I can have.
Cream cheese is like
No, it's good. It's good.
but
I
simultaneously,
need a minute.
like, for me, like, cream cheese is an instant like, I don't want this anymore.
That's fair.
I will do cream cheese on things that I think cream cheese deserves to be on,
Like
i.e.
bagels.
bagels. Cream cheese on a bagel is like 10 out of 10, like, greatest thing you could possibly give me. Especially like if somebody told me, oh, hey, I know you're heading into work. By the way, here is a toasted bagel with butter and cream cheese on it. I would have been like, oh, okay. I'm ready for my day. That is
I'm
exactly
ready to
what
marry
I need.
you.
Yeah. Like, that's what I need in my life right here, right now. That's what I want. I can do that. But if I'm trying to bite into like a good piece of sushi, right?
And there's cream cheese.
And it's
in it.
delicious. It looks amazing. It's got salmon, or it's got like a good tuna or a crab, and it's just perfectly wrapped. It's a succinct little roll. I bite into it and I get cream cheese. I have to completely and totally avoid the urge to just go, yeah, and spit it back out. I hate cream cheese on something that should be salty.
You know, cream cheese is the base for my Alfredo sauce, right?
But it's good there. Because that's like, it's not cold, first off. It's warm.
Fair, fair. This is warm.
Make a compelling argument, Haru.
Thank you, Haru.
But simultaneously, but your cream cheese is the base, but it's not everything in it.
That's fair.
And it mixes well with what's there, and it's something that is like expected to be creamy.
Yeah.
I don't expect...
My stuffed jalapenos have more than just cream cheese in them.
See, that's the thing is, if you're just doing cream cheese, it's gonna end up being weirdly sweet to me.
Yeah, that's fair. Did you have the cream cheese? Did you have the stuffed jalapenos at my party?
No. I think most of the food was gone by the time I got to your party.
I shaved initial one serving for you. I made enough for one serving for everybody. You just didn't want everything because it was late and you were tired and you were not that hungry.
Yep. Hey, Shinya. I don't think my bond will deepen quite just yet. Decline for now, because I don't have their persona. The other two is I could hang out with Makoto. And I technically have what I think I need to hang out with Makoto.
Do it.
To, like, increase Makoto's rank.
Sorry, boy.
Hang out.
I don't remember exactly what was all in my stuffed jalapenos.
I see.
It was like cream cheese, like garlic. I think I either did minced onions or onion powder
Shall we go?
and cream cheese. Did I say shredded chicken first? I meant to say shredded chicken first.
Is something the matter?
Shredded chicken. It has shredded chicken in it.
So, what did you want to talk about? Well, I was wondering if you would lend me some cash. What? It's nothing real major, but I need it, like, right now. I'll pay you back, though. Honest. Please. Does this have to do with Tsukasa? Uh-huh. He dropped a super expensive bottle of sake at work, so the club's making him pay for it. But he needs help.
How suspicious.
Lying to you, Aiko. Give him any money. He's not lying. I know you're all weird about the fact that he's a host, but my Tsukasa's not like that. He's really gentle and honest, too. He even calls me princess. I'm the only one he says that to, you know. He says it because I'm special. So he calls you his special princess. What do you think, Zesty-kun?
Paladin. So I've been like mentally equating him to Tamaki, right? But like this just turns the key, right? So he's Tamaki, but he's Vic Mignogna Tamaki. That's exactly what he is.
I have to agree. Every girl who gives him money is his princess. That way he can never get their names mixed up. Don't accuse him of that stuff. You don't have any proof. You're not wrong about that. But did you ask anyone at his club about the broken bottle? Well, no. He told me not to talk to them about it, though. He's too proud to have them go crying to his boss. Please, Makoto, you're the only person I can trust. All my other friends would rather focus on cram school and entrance exams than take their time to help me. And who knows what my parents will say if I try to ask them. Please, even a little? I think you should end your relationship with him. Girl, dump him.
Dump his ass!
If you don't put a stop to this, he might try to drag you into some suspicious line of work. Oh, he already got me a job. It's nothing weird, though. I'm just serving drinks at a bar to help him pay off the broken bottle. He said I'll be #1 in no time. Maybe I'll just keep doing it after I graduate high school, though. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna go to college.
Right, she's convinced she's not going to college.
Aiko, you can't just do what he says. He's trying to deceive you. A smart person like you totally wouldn't understand what it's like. You're just gonna go to a good college, work at a fancy company, and then what? At the end of the day, your life's gonna be totally boring. I mean, is that seriously how you want to live? Yes.
Yes.
Financially secure.
Yes,
I would
please.
like that.
Please.
Can somebody please give me a boring 9-to-5 job? I am begging you.
Here's the thing. I would take a 7 to 4 job. I would take a 7 to 4 job. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I could do consistent 7 to 4.
Yeah.
Like, my job
I wouldn't
during
like
the week.
the mornings, but I would be fine with it.
My job during the week is great.
Mm-hmm.
It is 7 to 4s / 7 to 5s where I sit down and I do work at a desk. It is my desk. I get to listen to some music on my headphone and I get to do my work. It's great. It's perfect. It's exactly what I want to do. I'm very productive when I sit down at my desk. The problem is, I'm also working at a store where I know the majority of the product and I'm relatively social.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I do this in my spare time.
Hey, look at that. Paladin no streaming.
So, it's this weird thing of I constantly get pulled to the floor and I can't do my work, and I almost wish I was not a very sociable person. Because then I would have had the chance to be back of the house only, and I never would have had to deal with customers. But be that as it may, you should still stay as far away from him as you can.
Sorry, I'm replying to my new boss.
Have fun? Yeah, I mean, go for it. You're gonna like your new job.
I am. She's not gonna get it now because it's 8:30, but she'll read it tomorrow.
Just forget it. I can make it up if I just let some customers take me out on dates after work. Hey, go wait. I don't want to have to tell you this, but Tsukasa has been texting me almost constantly. Recently, he's been asking if my sister and I live alone and that he'd be glad to help us out. Even today, he asked if I'm still happy with my boyfriend. Listen to me, Aiko. He's not serious about you. Don't give me that crap. Tsukasa's so nice that he's just worried about my friends for me. Wait, you were texting him behind my back? What the hell, Makoto? It's mostly him texting me. You have the grades, the looks, a cool boyfriend. You seriously still want more? Tsukasa is all I have. Can't take that from me.
Please listen.
That's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah, right. Just keep your hands off. I'd never forgive you if you stole him away, Makoto. Tsukasa is all she has. You know, I think she's exactly the kind of girl those gangs in Shinjuku are on the lookout for. Lonely, depressed girls who have nowhere to vent their frustrations.
Actually...
Aiko's family is quite well off. I'm just trying to... My microphone is not...
Oh dear, that's a big old turn.
Yeah, well, it was like coiled around this way, but that was like right in front of my face. So I'm gonna have it like that and see if that's easier for me to deal with. Her multi-talented younger brother seems to be the sole focus of the parents' attention, though. I'm sure that's why she fell for Tsukasa in the first place. He treats her like she's special. But asking a high schooler for money isn't a normal boyfriend behavior. She needs to realize that. You're gonna help, right? Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's reassuring to hear you say that. Aiko's blessed to have both money and a family, yet she's still trying to break free from them. She's almost the exact opposite of me. But I guess in the sense of watching her now, it's almost like looking back at my past self. I was so blinded by my own convictions that I never stopped to consider other alternative viewpoints on the world. But that's not the right way to live. I just want to show her that, just like you did for me. A deep bond with Makoto.
Yay!
Ching, sparkle, sparkle. Endure, chance to withstand an otherwise fatal attack with 1 HP remaining.
Alright.
Outside.
Nice. I know she wants me to stay out of her business, but I'd never forgive myself if I let this come to pass. What is the right way to live? There is no right way to live. At any rate, we're going to catch that horrible host. It'll be, I'll let you know once I've thought of how to do it. We're gonna go to Mementos like we do at the end of every one.